Hello, and we're here to talk about the Kingdom Hearts 2 storyline. So sit back, relax, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get started. So, Kingdom Hearts 2 starts off pretty interesting, and this is after Kingdom Hearts 1 and after Chain of Memories. Technically, a sequel to Chain of Memories, so technically, it's like a third one. But anyway, let's start off the story. So this story starts off with Roxas, a new character that we were not introduced before. New character named Roxas is here, and Roxas is I don't know who he was. Nobody did. We didn't know what was going on. He had his three friends, Hanger, Pence, and Olette. And the first thing that they were doing, they were like, these nobodies, not nobodies, these creatures are taking our photos and words away from us. So they're losing words out here. So we go all the way to this castle. Yes, there's a castle in their Twilight Town, which is strange. And we confront the squiggly thing that's taking their things. And for some reason, Roxas digitized manifest a Kingdom Key Keyblade. You know, that's Sora's OG Keyblade. So I don't know why he got it, but he does. So he beats that thing, and then we get those photos and we get the word back. So now we have the word and we have the photos. So in this Twilight Town, it's strange. Every time Roxas goes to sleep, he gets some some cutscenes from Kingdom Hearts 1, and then it says restoration at a certain percentage. So clearly this is a byproduct of Chain of Memories restoring Sora's memories. And I guess it's taken a long time. Actually, it seemed like it didn't start until now. Because what were they doing for a whole year? Who knows? But anyway, as you go, Roxas is just trying to live life on his summer vacation. He does things like he gets jobs, makes money, and he and his friends are preparing to do this report called the Seven Wonders. And of their Seven Wonders report, they just go investigating their town and everything. And they do that. As we are doing that, we see that they get into tournaments like struggle competitions. Roxas also has the same dream thing that Sora did, where he had to fight the dark side, except instead of dark side, he has to fight the Twilight Thorn. Twilight Thorn was a lot cooler because he could do like this Kamehameha wave, and he'd be upside down. You throw a Keyblade on here, you see all the style points are on like 10 in this game. Everything looks cool here. So we beat that Twilight Thorn and everything with his Keyblade that he can not use all the time. Uh, Axel from Chain of Memories pops up on him, and he even fights him sometimes. But he starts yelling about his friends, and then Axel's gone, and Diz shows up too, and Diz is just Roxas, Roxas to the mansion, and it's hilarious. But all of that is happening. You keep seeing that Diz is in the background talking to some tall man, and also is telling Naminé to hurry up. So you're like, man, what are we talking about here? But anyway, that is happening in the background. At some point, Naminé also talks to Roxas on the street and says some stuff about she wanted to meet him and everything, and you should go over there. Kairi is also on Destiny Islands, and she's writing a letter to Sora because she can't remember Sora, but she's starting to remember Sora through Roxas. So somehow they're interacting, and it's strange. So everybody, he keeps dreaming about Sora, and he's starting to wonder, why is he hearing so much about Sora, and why does everybody want Sora so bad? He doesn't understand. Just like how we don't understand, who is this Roxas. So it's confusing us, and it's confusing everybody. So now their world basically stops, and then the only things left for Roxas to go to this mansion to interact with the girl that he wanted to speak with again. So he goes in there, tries to interact with the girl, and she's just sitting down with all her drawings of everybody that she probably did in Chain of Memories. And he's just talking and about what does it mean to exist, live. He is him, and all this other stuff. And she doesn't actually wants to get rid of Roxas because she's also a nobody, and she's Kyrie's nobody. And she doesn't want to, mess that up. Now, they will explain what nobodies are. We're about to get there, but just bear with me for now. So now we got the sense that she's being forced to do something, and Roxas is just angry. So now Roxas is angry, he just goes berserk, and then he has to fight Axel. And Axel shows up. You remember me now. I got this firepower. And Roxas just slide out 2 keyblades on him. He get the Oblivion key and he get the Oath Keeper. And this man slid out 2 keyblades on him. And he just started going in. Like I'm like, oh yeah, we got the Oath Keeper and the Oblivion. So the Oath Keeper it represents Kyrie, and the Oblivion represents Riku. And it's weird, but he has both of those, and he's just beating them. We don't know how he's doing it, but it's cool. And you just playing this part. You like, yeah, we dealing with Axel. So we beat Axel and everything. Um, and and now Roxas gets all the way to this chamber where Sora's supposed to be awakened, and Diz is out there taunting him, telling him he has to give up his life for Sora. And he doesn't want to, but he just kind of has to. He says the summer vacation is over, and then Sora wakes up. Donald and Goofy is out there with Sora. They both wake up and they both are ready to go. So now that we got Donald and Goofy out there with Sora, and we got the whole squad back, we got, the dream team is here. And they don't know where to go. So they go ahead and head to like the train station, and then they find Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse gives them some money and some ice cream and tell them to get on that train. And so they get right on that train. And now that they on that train, I guess they smooth with it. So as they leaving on that train, Sora is a little bit sad that he's leaving. Like he almost feels like he knows these guys, but he's on that train and he gone. So now it's time for them to go towards Yen Sid. That's where it stops. But they see Pete. So Pete, if you familiar with Pete, if you've seen the old Mickey Mouse adventures, Pete is one of those big guys that's from the Donald and Goofy and Mickey Mouse days and everything. Pete's pretty much bad, and he's talking about Maleficent had got him on track to, do some bad stuff. So, okay, Pete out here and Maleficent ordered him around. All right, okay, cool. So we beat Pete and his 5 Heartless. He tells Heartless to round up, but it's like 5 of them, all of 5 of these guys. And that's an easy win. That's easy money right there. We beat them 5 Heartless. So now it's time to go to Yen Sid, because he tried to throw a whole bunch of Heartless in Yen Sid's castle to turn Yen Sid bad. So Donald and Goofy find Yen Sid, and they express that he was the master that had trained them and Mickey Mouse. So Yen Sid is where we get our exposition dump. Just like in Kingdom Hearts 1, where the Final Fantasy characters were talking about the Keyblade and the world, Yen Sid here will tell us about the Keyblade and the world and the machinations. So now, that's cool. He's like, these are nobodies. So what a nobody is if somebody is losing to temptation or evilness or whatever, and they become a Heartless, if they had a strong existence, will, power, they will unleash a nobody as well. And so now that nobody will have its own consciousness, and it will think and plan, and it will have the physical resemblance of the body that was left behind due to the Heartless transformation. And that's pretty much what the nobodies is. And he shows it by showing Donald turn into a Heartless and then knocking out Donald. So, and then he also tells you these nobodies have formed an organization, the really strong ones called the Organization 13. And these Organization 13, they ain't playing. These are the guys with the black hoods, and they are here to piece you out. They thinking, they plan, and they moving towards a goal that we can't figure out, but it's a bad goal because they don't care. They will pretend like they have feelings and they don't. So they just bad. So now Sora's like, okay, I must have to take out these guys. So he's like, all right, let's take out these guys. But see, it's like, well, before you take out these guys, you need a new outfit, because this is Kingdom Hearts 2, Sora. You need a new outfit for Kingdom Hearts 2. You can't wear Kingdom Hearts 1. You gotta have Kingdom Hearts 2. So then he finds us the 3 godmothers. And I'm thinking to myself, wait, the 3 godmothers are here. So you mean to tell me they can make outfits? Okay, that's strange. So they fight over making them an outfit. They give them a Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit. And it also comes with a new power up where they got something called the drive abilities, where he gets to fuse with Goofy's heart for some reason. And then he has the ability to wield 2 Keyblades. And now with 2 Keyblades, you fighting like Roxas almost. And, they give him another Keyblade too to use because he didn't have another one. And he has 2, which is cool. So now that he got 2 and you out here, they tell you your journey going to be twice as difficult as your last, but it's not. And I'm thinking to myself, if they can give you abilities and make clothes, why don't we send the 3 fairy godmothers to go deal with these nobodies? They should be able to win. But neither here nor there. So as Sora is leaving, um, they see that Maleficent's bird brings Maleficent's cloak down on the ground, and then they start remembering Maleficent, and she start reviving. So wait, she just revived by her bird bring her clothes, and then you remember her and she come back. That's weird. Don't know what was going on there. So Maleficent is alive because they told Pete that they beat Maleficent. They're like, she toast, so she gone. But that's it. And so now they are moving on to Hollow Bastion. And at Hollow Bastion, we see Leon and them, not Yen Sid, Sid, the pilot Sid, make Gummy Ship Sid. Yuffie's there, Aerith is there, Cloud is there now. Cloud is just chilling. Scrooge McDuck is there. Everybody was there. But anyway, they talking about how they rebuilding the Hollow Bastion to be how it was before it became Hollow Bastion. It was like a good place. That's where they grew up. They want to fix it. So we're gonna help them. They're like, okay, can you head down over here? Here's your membership card. You are part of this committee. This is a restoration committee. And help me over here at the Bailey to attack these nobodies. Because you seem like you can beat these nobodies. And Sora can. So he beats these nobodies, and then the organization members show up. 6 of them, all 6 of them. So Yancy had told us it was an organization 13, and I see all of 6 guys. And I'm like, wait, where the other 7 at? And then you think to yourself, wait a minute, did we beat that 7 in Chain of Memories? We did. Sora beat like 3 or 4 of them. Sora beat like 4 of those people, maybe. And Riku definitely beat like 2. So they beat him in Chain of Memories, and Sora don't remember that he beat them. So they missing some characters. And they talking a whole lot of trash to Sora, but Sora already pieced out like a good 4 of those guys. So I don't know what they doing, and I don't know what they on with that, but it's kind of silly. So they talking kinds of trash. They sound like a bunch of old guys. Like it's 6 old guys, and they just about to go golfing on the course. And I don't know what was going on there. But they get in our way. Sora tell them to move. They say, we'll deal with you later. And we are off to the races. So now you see that Maleficent has conjugated and said, Pete, I need you to go help me get these Heartless everywhere so we can attack. So the organization are controlling the nobodies, and they deploying the nobodies, and Maleficent seemed to be deploying the Heartless. And that's pretty much how we going. So now it's time to go to the Disney worlds. The first Disney world we go to is Mulan. In Mulan, we don't really get no story. We get Mulan's story. So you will recap Mulan's story. And if you remember that story, it plays out very similar here, except Sora's here. That's it. You'll beat Shang Yu, and you do your thing and everything, and it's over with. And so now the next Disney World we'll go to is Beauty and the Beast. Now, when you get in there, you would think that would be interesting because Beast and Sora has some history, but Beast seemed to have forgotten that history, unfortunately. So Beast don't remember anything, and that sucks. So no, Beast don't remember anything. There's an organization member that's manipulating him, but we will touch on that later. The first time we just fight a Heartless at the ballroom, and we're done. So then the third world is the Hercules world. And in that one, they take away your ability to use drives. And you see that Pete is there to team up with Hades, and they resurrect Auron from Final Fantasy X, but Auron don't like those jokers. So Auron just takes them out. I mean, not takes them out. He helps Sora and takes them out. And it's funny. So you got them doing that. And then we fight Pete in there. We fight the Hydra in there with Hercules and everything. It's a cool time, but it don't matter to the story. So then now it's time to go to Disney Castle. Here's where the story's starting to pick up again. So in Disney Castle, a bunch of evil thorns have manifested and taken over everything. And Disney Castle is where Donald, Goofy, and Mickey, and Minnie and Daisy preside, and Pluto too. So we have to rescue that castle because they're like the Disney royal ship that manages Disney or something. I don't know, but we got to stop it from happening because they have the cornerstone of light, and the cornerstone of light has all the light, I guess. But then what's Kingdom Hearts? I don't know. Anyway, Maleficent has messed stuff up, and so now they go to Hollow Bastion to talk to Merlin, who Merlin we didn't mention before, but Merlin in the first game knew how to teach you how to summon and master your magic. Merlin is a top tier mage, way better than Donald. I don't know why we don't have Merlin on the team. So Merlin hears this story, and Merlin's like, I don't even want to hear it from Donald. I can't understand Donald. So Merlin teleports to the place. And then Merlin says, look, that's what's going on. I see. Here's a door to the past. So Merlin just teleports and he gives you a time machine basically and says, deal with it. And I'm like, why can't we just have Merlin deal with the Organization 13? Like, why are we even trying? Like, Merlin is all powerful out here. He can teleport and get time machines. So anyway, we go back in there. They say, don't mess up the timeline. They go in there. They go back to the old black and white art style of Disney, Steamboat Willie time. And we see that there's an old Pete in there. And there's a new Pete in there. The new Pete has went back in there and started wrecking things so they can make the Disney castle the way they envision it in the modern time. So we have to stop them, and we actually team up with old Pete and we take out new Pete. And that's pretty much it for that. We see old Mickey, and old Mickey does not know anything. Old Mickey doesn't seem like he the king or anything. He just seemed derpy. He can't speak either. It's weird. That Mickey is jank. But that was Mickey. So anyway, we go ahead and deal with that. And now that stuff is resolved, which is good. And now it's time for more Disney. So now we go to the Pirates of the Caribbean. And in that, Pete is there, but he don't matter. And they're just basically retelling the story of the movie. Except there's a chameleon heartless in there and we got to beat that thing. But that's the movie. So that's the end. So then you go to Agrabah. Well, not Agrabah, you go to the Little Mermaid, but they basically recapitulate the movie too. So there's nothing to be had. You just start singing, dance, and swim, and all this other stuff. And it's a musical now. And they retell the story with a musical, which is weird because they retold the story in the first one. So I don't know what they were doing there. Agrabah, you got the next Aladdin movie in there. You basically retelling the movie. Halloween Town, you go there and you got Christmas now. You can see Christmas now. But you're not really doing anything significant there either. Except Santa probably knows about Sora and the Destiny Islands and stuff. And it's strange. It makes sense that Santa would know about this stuff. All right, but anyway, then you go to Lion King, which is optional. You don't have to, but I usually do. And in Lion King, you retell the movie and you get to be Lion Sora. And you see that he still has his necklace, which is interesting. But there's nothing really big or anything happening there. So now you get back to the plot, and then the plot really starts to move now. So now you going back to, oh yeah, and by the way, there's some gameplay of Lion King right now as I'm saying this. So now you go back to the plot, and in the plot, we got to go back to Hollow Bastion, where it all starts. Oh wait, no, not Hollow Bastion. We go to Twilight Town. And in Twilight Town, we find out that Kairi was there. Kairi was there. She was looking for Sora, but Kairi was talking to Hangler Pincinolette, and she got kidnapped. Like, they came and got Kairi. I think it was Axel. Because Axel was trying to use Kairi to, I guess, get Roxas back or something. But he kidnaps, and they send her to get Kairi or something, because they got to lock her up in a dungeon or something. So Sora shows up late, finds out that Kairi's gone, gets the Oath Keeper, but he doesn't know where Kairi is. And he's kind of in distress. So now it's time to go to Hollow Bastion. And in Hollow Bastion, things get real. Exposition happens. The game has made it to the tier where we want it to be. And now we see Tron. Okay, so basically Leon starts saying, okay, the master computer that the organization have, this is Ansem, the wisest computer. Ansem's computer. So we're like, oh, we knew Ansem. We beat that Ansem. He was evil, but we beat him, and he has a computer. So let's use his computer. Use his computer. His computer is Tron. Tron is in there, and the master computer program is in there. And Tron's not that bad, but Tron don't really know what you're talking about. So then we get up out of there. Mickey Mouse reveals to us that that really what's happening here is that Ansem is not really Ansem. So the Ansem that we beat in Kingdom Hearts 1 is not the Ansem we was hearing about. Ansem was like this king that had all this knowledge, and he was a benevolent king, that means he's a good king. And, he was a good force for good. But why was there an evil Joker up in there? So he tells us that Ansem the Wise was a buddy of his. He knew him well. And he had an apprentice named Zeranor, who kind of looked like that Ansem Seeker of Darkness and that Xemnas guy that we got in this game. And that that guy wanted to study on hearts and doors. He said, no hearts and no doors, man. So he got frustrated. And so now Mickey's like, he's not really Ansem. He just went around telling everybody that he was. That's how Mickey said it. It was crazy. But anyway, he's not Ansem. Okay, so he's like, yep. And Xehanort is also the leader of the organization, posing to be Ansem to ruin his reputation. Because he's just that petty. So we're like, that's cool. So we finished the Tron thing, and then Tron expresses the same sentiment that the Ansem he knew is different than the Ansem that they know. So they know two different Ansems, and his Ansem was good, but then a bad Ansem came in. The master computer program just started taking over at that point because another Ansem started tampering with things. And once the other Ansem got in there, things got bad. So you got the other Ansem tampering with things, and you're like, oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. So now we're like, okay. So we got multiple Ansems. So anyway, as soon as we find some answers, things start going haywire. Heartless start attacking, and we see all the Final Fantasy people are rolling up on them. We got the 10-2 girls that are now there, Yuffie, not Yuffie, Riku, not the Riku but the other Riku, Yuna, and Pain. And they're like fairies for some reason. And Cloud's here too. Cloud and Leon actually got a cool scene out here. But anyway, we got to deal with these Heartless. And then we found an organization member. We found Organization Joker. Now, this guy actually appeared in the Hercules level, and I forgot about him, but let's talk about him here. He ran, and then he fought us with some water clones a little bit. But here, he's mad. As soon as he looks at Sora, he tells him, you're not Roxas, come back with him, and you're a traitor. And this guy gets upset. This guy's ready to fight. This guy's like, he got water, like mad, and he just powerful now. But we deal with him, and he's gone. So we beat Demix. So that's an organization member down. We finally checked one off. So we got him out of here. And then we keep on going. We make our rounds. And then we see that Xemnas is talking trash. And then Sykes is talking all types of trash. And then Sykes is revealing that every time we kill a Heartless, they are now having the ability to just, every time we terminate a Heartless, they have the ability to now just grow their alternate Kingdom Hearts, that's their power source that's making them more strong. So we are helping them effectively by defeating the Heartless, which is not a great thing, but that is what's happening. And that kind of sucks. And we also see that Saïx and the other organization members have the ability to also summon Heartless. It's not just Maleficent. So Maleficent is something like these bogus Heartless. But anyway, so Maleficent actually shows up here, and she actually saves you. Because Sora gets on his knees and begs to Saïx, and Saïx just like, I'm not helping you. You ain't getting Kairi. And that was funny. But he gonna get some help, and Maleficent helps him, and then Sora gets away, and now Sora lives to go to another Disney World again. So now it's time for Sora to go to the Disney World still. He goes back to Mulan. You take a second visit to these worlds. In the Mulan one, you see a tall man with Riku's Keyblade from the first game. And then you see another organization member instead. And then you fight this dragon thing and you're done. And then in Beauty and the Beast, you see that organization member named Xaldin was the one that was manipulating Beast so he can turn him into a strong, powerful Heartless and get his nobody under their side. However, we see Xaldin and we beat Xaldin. Xaldin was extremely strong. He had the power of wind, and that guy was powerful. Too powerful, but he's out. He's optional too. You can not beat him and complete the game, but we beat him. You do Hercules again. They start talking about the cups and everything, and Auron's still there chilling. It really ain't nothing really going on there. So then you also get to you go to Port Royal again, which is Pirates of the Caribbean. In there, you do get some dialogue from another organization member named Luxor. Well, he knows about the whole pirate code and parlays and all this other nonsense. And you don't fight him, but he summons a monster with some money, and then we beat that monster, and the day is saved. So then we also will make a return visit to Agrabah, and in Agrabah, nothing really of significance happens, except somebody resurrects Jafar, I guess. Maybe it was one of the organization members. Who knows? And then you have to deal with him again. When you get to the Nightmare Before Christmas, again, nothing really significant happens. We fight some Christmas town bad guy, and that's pretty much it. We're on our way. Again, same thing with what do you call it? The Lion King, where the ghost of Scar's Heartless or whatever is there, and Pete is just you see a dog Pete up in there just causing trouble. So Pete just forgot that he's not supposed to be stopping us. I don't know. That's all you have. So now it's time to get the real story underway. And now we have to go back to Twilight Town. And in Twilight Town, we found that Hayner, Pence, and Olette have been making headway on figuring out what's going on with Roxas. And who is this Roxas? Can we find them? And can we help find this Kyrie? So they have discovered that there was a digital creation of Twilight Town where there was digital versions of themselves, and Roxas was implanted into that digital space, which makes zero sense. And they have some subconscious suppressed memories of digital Roxas when they've never been digitized. That was silly. And Pinch just knows how to use the computer. I have no clue what's going on there. But anyway, they find out a clue, and then they are able to activate the machine that Roxas used to teleport over. And once they go inside that portal that Axel had left when he was angry, they are in like the void because it's Axel's portal. So Axel shows up in that void, and he actually helps Sora. Helps him defeat all those nobodies, and the day is won. But Axel, at what cost? He's defeated. He's about to expire, and he's about to fade away. He tells Sora and Donald and Goofy that I think he just tells Sora. I don't know if Donald and Goofy is there. He tells Sora that the Kyrie's in the dungeon. She's in the dungeon. Sykes got her. He locked her up in the dungeon. Pluto be going through that portal too. Don't be knowing. Pluto just going. I thought Pluto was a bad character. I didn't know what Pluto was doing. But Pluto's apparently trying to find Mickey, but he can't. But he tells him that they're in the Donald. I mean, she's in the dungeon. Kyrie is in the dungeon. And we need to find her. Well, we know that, Axel. Now, Axel, you gonna get up and help me? Axel's fading away. So we go through the portal, and now we see that we have arrived in the world that never was, which Mickey calls, this is their stronghold, the world that never was, where the nobodies go. And then we have to deal with them here. And now that we're here, Mickey just ditched us. Mickey is just gone trying to alpha blood. I don't know what Mickey trying to do. But now 2 samurai nobodies come in and they hold us down. And Roxas comes out to whoop us. And I'm like, man, Roxas came out to whoop us? Wow. So Roxas is out here, and Roxas got his 2 keyblades like normal, and he just beating the heck out of us. And we got to deal with Roxas out here, and we get him, but we didn't really do too well. Then he tells us we make a good udder. I don't know what was going on there. But now Roxas's soul has settled down, and now Sora finally interacted with it. So now he knows why all of the organization members kept referring to him as Roxas. I think they only truly see Roxas. I don't think they see Sora. I think they still see Roxas. It's confusing. But they might only see Roxas. It's strange. So, even though Sora and Roxas looks different, so it's weird. It's very weird. But you know anime logic. So, now it's time to get into that castle and deal with all of these organization members. And the first one we deal with is Luxord. So Luxord, we finally get to fight him. We see that he is the master of cards and gambling, and we fight him in a mini game. And this is terrible. But we beat him in that mini game, and he's done. And that character didn't explain nothing, know nothing, or anything. He was all the way here at the end, and there was nothing to him. But he's gone. And then next, Saïx. Now this character kept showing up. Saïx he looks at the moon and says, the moon shine down, and come out here with a giant claymore and just starts freaking out over the battlefield. He just, ah. I didn't know what Saïx was doing. He was extremely powerful too. But we took that Joker out. That guy was gone. And I was glad he was gone. I didn't like him. Then he's asking Kingdom Hearts, where's my heart? You ain't got one, Sykes. You just bogus out here. So we deal with Sykes and he's gone. Thank goodness, because that guy was running amok up in there. So he's gone. Now we're like, okay, well, we got a few more of them left. We almost done with these guys. So then you see Zigbar, who he's the guy that's been talking the most trash out here. He said, you don't look as strong as the other ones were. So he's referencing other people with keyblades. Some of these characters keep referencing these other people with keyblades, and it just kept bothering me. They never would elaborate on this. But anyway, he has the power to shoot with he can shoot with lasers and missiles and snipers. He's like a free shooter sniper, they call him. And yeah, we deal with him, and he's not, we get rid of him. And then he starts saying, Roxas, what, he starts taunting Roxas some more. He looks at him like that every time and say, wouldn't you like to know? I don't. Man, this guy was just trolling us. So Zigbar was trolling us like mad. And then now Xemnas is there. Actually, while this is happening, let's start talking about some other events that were happening. So while this was going on, Riku was also looking for Kairi, and Kairi was getting saved by her nobody Naminé. Naminé just somehow manifested, got her out of the dungeon, and just started skipping down the stairs. And then Sykes tried to put her back in that dungeon, and Riku came and rammed him through the wall, which was hilarious. And then she takes the hood off of Riku and sees that he looked like Ansem. And Sora sees that Ansem protecting Kairi up there with a Keyblade, because for whatever reason, Riku's able to give Kairi a flower power Keyblade. And I don't know why that happened, but she has one. And she jumps up there and she sucks against those hard. She sucks. But anyway, you get that. And then Sora sees that Ansem is helping Kairi. He thanks Ansem, even though Ansem was bad. And then Kairi's like, no, this is Riku. And then what's weird about it is Sora kind of Kairi kind of hugs Sora. And he's like, whatever. And then when he finds out that that's Riku, he gets on his knees and holds Riku's hand. I know y'all all remember that. That's one of the funniest things we've ever seen. But anyway, that is definitely Riku. He just looks like Ansem. And he said Ansem won the battle, so he looks like Ansem. But he had to have won the battle because you're still conscious as Riku. I don't know what you're talking about. But he can make darkness portals, so he's good. So he's tall and he got darkness portals. That's great. That's a win in our book. So now we got the whole squad, and it's time to deal with Xemnas. But Xemnas is talking to Ansem the Wise. It reveals that Diz takes off his bandages, and Diz was Ansem the Wise all along. And he got a machine to take Kingdom Hearts and turn it into data, like how he made that data Twilight Town, I guess. And Xemnas don't like this, but he doing it anyway. And then his machine explodes, and a flash of light hits Riku, and it turns Riku back to his normal form. And it kills or it takes out Ansem the Wise. And it also breaks the Kingdom Heart in the sky. And Xemnas is very mad. He's very upset. And while all of that's happening, he's disappearing. And then now Riku's like, okay, I got new clothes man here too. So I don't know why he got new clothes here. My theory about Riku's new clothes was that he bought those clothes when he looked like Ansem, but Riku's smaller than Ansem, and he never thought he'd be Riku again. So his clothes look kind of big on him because he bought them for Ansem. Now, I don't know where he buying them, at the store at Tetsu Nomura. I don't know where he's buying these clothes. But Square Enix got a shop, and Riku gets his clothes out of the shop. I think. I don't know. So anyway, now it's time to deal with Xemnas. We beat Xemnas. We fight him in like a Star Wars Matrix fight. And that's what led us to believe that he was the guy in Kingdom Hearts 1 that we fought that was fighting like Star Wars. Because we fought him just like Star Wars. Anyway, we beat him. He started complaining about his Kingdom Hearts ain't strong enough and potent enough, which it ain't, because he's done. And now we're like, okay, let's deal with him. So we go to deal with him. We got Mickey, Sora, and Riku, and they point up their 3 keyblades, and they open up this door that Xemnas has created with his broken Kingdom Hearts. And in there, we got to go take them out. So we got Riku, Sora, Kyrie, Donald, Goofy, and Mickey, and we rolling up on them. But as soon as we get in there, he say, "We just led you to obliteration." And then Mickey and Kyrie get sealed off. So now we up in there and we going through all the phases of Ansems, and Xemnas, and we just beat all these Xemnases. They all gone. And then we deal with the Blue Eyes White Dragon at some point. And then the Roxas and the Nominee, they come out and they start talking about, we'll be together every day as long as y'all together. And I'm like, what the? But anyway, that's happening. And now it's just Riku and Sora dealing with dealing with Xemnas. And they beat Xemnas. And they beat Xemnas a couple of times. They beat that Blue Eyes White Shining Dragon. And then now it's time to fight Xemnas, get some new clothes. He got his zebra clothes. So I guess he got them from the Square Enix shop too. Because like Xemnas put on his new fit for the Square Enix shop. He just got it. And he was hard, but we beat him. And he threw a whole bunch of lasers at him, and it was cool. It was cool. We're going to put that cutscene at the end of this video so you can see it for yourself. It's a very cool cutscene. You're going to like it. So after I'm done talking on the story, go ahead and stay tuned, and you'll see a good cutscene if you want to check it out for yourself. It's cool. But anyway, so now we dealt with him, and now Sora and Riku, they're like fighting all these nobodies in like the void or something. And Riku get tired in there, and then they see that, that sunset dark meridian, they call it, where they're just sitting in the realm of in between, waiting for life to end, I guess. And then a bottle shows up, and then the bottle brings a letter from Kyrie, and then a door of light opens and they can escape, and they get right to Destiny Island, right there. And then you see that they meet up with Donald, Goofy, Mickey, and Kyrie, and Nominee and Roxas are reacting to each other for some reason. That's strange again. But I don't know what they're doing with those characters at the moment, but that was Kingdom Hearts 2, and that was very cool. And the next thing we got to talk about now is those secret endings. So let's talk about the story first before we go into those secret endings, because the secret endings is going to be a tangent. So what did I think about the story? That story was very good. Like, it was very complex and complicated, and this is the time where it was, but it resolved. So they gave us questions, but they gave us answers in the same game. And I appreciate that. That we got all these weird twists and turns and things happening, but we also got answers in the game. We got so many answers. We got answers to questions we didn't ask. And it was in the game. Not you gonna get the answers 10 years later, but that was almost perfect. There was some weird stuff happening. The whole Roxas start was very confusing. Like, really, you don't understand that until you beat the game first. Because most people, if not everybody, the first time you go through that, you don't know what was going on with Roxas. And there's some stuff to Roxas and Axel that they haven't explained yet. Because you keep seeing flashbacks of them, but it don't make any sense to you. And you got the Dark City at night. Cities are always cool, especially dark cities. They always look cool. So it was some good stuff in here. You got multiple Keyblades. You got Riku got saved. Mickey out here fighting with them. You got pretty much everything you can want out of the Kingdom Hearts series here. And the story was finished and done. You felt satisfied with it. You're like, this story's done. We're good. And then the series keeps on going, and you know how that goes. So our first tip-off was a secret ending. So there's two secret endings. There's a secret ending from Kingdom Hearts 2 base, and then there's a secret ending from Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. So the Kingdom Hearts 2 secret ending was, you saw these three, I guess, older Keyblade wielders, and they had their own Keyblade, and then they found a graveyard where they picked up Sora, Riku, and Mickey's Keyblade. And that was silly. And we were like, okay, that's definitely Kingdom Hearts 3 right there. Sora and the rest of them had lost, and these guys got to pick up the mantle or something. But then in Final Mix, you get a whole cutscene where they fighting a bald man, and you see Roxas up in there, and Roxas get frozen and thrown away, and it's just a mess. You don't know what's going on no more. And you know that that's probably going to be Kingdom Hearts 3, but you like, oh, I don't know what y'all doing with this one. I thought we told a good story and I thought we was done, but now y'all done messed it up. Whoa, what is happening here? But anyway, that's what we got. It was exciting. Kind of scary. Like as a kid, I was scared of that. Like I ain't gonna hold y'all. I was terrified. I'm like, man, what is going on? That dark, crusty, man, darkness, man. That darkness was evil. But yeah, he was just crusty old man coming to take us out. So it was weird. It was weird. He was extremely powerful. He seemed a little bit too powerful for the setting and let him be that powerful. So I don't know what was going on there. Like what timeline distortion did we make? So you had to deal with that. And then we had a few extra content things to do in the final mix, which it was a good amount of content. Like you had the passage of resemblance where you get to the garden where you get to deal with all the organization members, even the ones that you fought in Chain of Memories. You got to fight them in a data recreation battle, which was cool. Those were good. You dealt with the 13 mushrooms, which I don't know where they fit into the storyline. And you also dealt with one of those characters from that secret ending. You fought him, and that guy was turning Keyblades into everything. And the only tidbit he kept giving was Xehanort. Are you Xehanort? Are you Xehanort? Are you Xehanort? So he keeps thinking Sora Xehanort. And I don't know where they're going with that, but I know where they're going with now in hindsight. But at the time, I didn't know where they were going with that. That was strange. But neither here nor there. That's what he said. He said, are you Xehanort? I'm coming to take you out, Xehanort. And he took out Xehanort, you know. He did it, you know. If you know, you know. But those were my thoughts in Kingdom Hearts. I know y'all listening to me ramble in about that story, but there was a lot to this one. This story was a chunky story. Oh, Maleficent. I did forget about that. Yeah, Maleficent did help them again. I think Maleficent just left at the end of this and said she'll get a different castle at some point. Because like Maleficent was helping, but then she left. I have no clue. It was weird. But they helped in this game. For some reason, Maleficent and Peace was just helping you. But, you know, they're doing it for selfish reasons. But, you know, they did help you. I will point that out. But, yeah, there's just so much that happened in this. And we'll see what happens in the future. Next video, we're going to be doing 358 Days Over 2. Now, the reason why I did that after Kingdom Hearts 2, because when we had these games and they released, that game released after. And that game will be giving us more insight on the character of Roxas, which is good. We're going back, not forward. Which you will see where that leads us. But yes, that was the next game we got. Not Kingdom Hearts 3. We got 358 Days Over 2. I mean, there's a 3 in there, right? So we will do that next time. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this. If y'all like this series, we gonna finish the whole shebang. We're gonna do Union Cross, all of them, and try to keep the spoilers for the future out of it. So Kingdom Hearts 1 is fair game, Chain of Memories is fair game, and Kingdom Hearts 2 is fair game. And this is it. This is Outline Man, and I'm about to be out. If you want to see the ending of Kingdom Hearts 2 at the end of this video, I got the cutscenes to me fighting, you know, Xemnas, and you should be able to see that, and that'll be a cool one for you. But other than that, have a good one. Have a nice day, and woo, this game was good. The gameplay was great. The story was good. Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably one of the best games of all time. Just want to put that out there. Anyway, take care, everybody. See ya.
So, it seems your hearts have led you to obliteration. Perhaps it doesn't pay to be too loyal to one's heart. I will have to be sure and remember that.
No! We can take him on our own. Let's go!
I need more rage. I need more hearts.
Xemnas, there's more to a heart than just anger or hate. It's full of all kinds of feelings. Don't you remember?
Unfortunately, I don't.
Gosh, you all did great.
You're coming back with us, right?
I had given in to the darkness.
Riku!
How am I gonna face everyone?
Like this?
Hurry!
I'll open a path. Huh? Oh.
You don't belong in the Dark Realm anymore, Riku.
How do we get out of here, Your Majesty? ridiculous.
Well, I'm not sure. But we better hurry and get through.
Wait for me!
Come on!
Thank you, Naminé. Sure. See? We meet again, like we promised.
Huh? You said we'd meet again. But when we did, we might not recognize each other.
I did, didn't I?
But I knew you.
It's strange.
I think I understand. I see myself the way you remember me. And you see yourself the way I remember you.
I always thought nobodies were doomed to fade back into darkness.
Yeah. But you and I didn't. We got to meet our original selves.
So, we can be together again.
Right. Anytime Sora and Kairi are together.
We'll be together every day. Right, Sora?
Yeah. Look sharp.
Huh? Don't worry. You're all still you.
Hey, let's go home.
Riku, come on.
Yeah.
Sora, Riku!
What?
Riku? Yeah?
I wanted to thank Naminé, but I couldn't bring myself to say it. Not until everything was back to the way it was before.
Don't worry. We'll make that happen. Once this is over, you can thank her all you want.
Yeah!
Hearts are power. Nothingness is eternal. Sura, are you certain you can trust Riku?
Heal!
Embrace nothing.
Heal!
Embrace nothing. Nothingness is eternal. Embrace nothing. Heroes from the realm of light. I will not allow it to end this way. Not yet. If light and darkness are eternal, then surely we nothings must be the same. Eternal.
You're right. Light and darkness are eternal. Nothing probably goes on forever too. But guess what, Xemnas?
That doesn't mean you're eternal.
No more eternal than that radiance of yours. Anger and hate are supreme. We shall go together.
It's over!
Why don't you vanish? Why don't you vanish? Can you spare a heart?
Is that all you got?
We shall go together.
This is it!
Such food.
We did it!
I wouldn't be too sure of that. Sora, I can't.
Don't say another word. It's not over. It's just not.
How can you say that? Even if we could go on. Look where we are.
Aw, come on, Riku. You've been hanging out in darkness too long. You gotta try and think positive.
Sora, You lead.
Got it.
You know, I always figured I was better at stuff than you.
Really?
Are you mad?
No. I kinda always thought you were better at everything, too.
Riku, look. What's that light?
End of the road.
Yep.
Put me down. I can walk.
You know, maybe the darkness has gotten to me too. Riku!
This world is perfect for me. If this is what the world really is, just this, then maybe I should fade back into darkness.
Riku.
If the world is made of light and darkness, we'll be the darkness.
Yeah. The other side. The realm of light is safe now. Kairi, the king, and the others are there.
That's what I mean. Hey, Sora. Could you help me? I want to get down to the water. At least the waves sound the same. What I said back there about thinking I was better at stuff than you? To tell you the truth, Sora, I was jealous of you.
What for?
I wished I could live life the way you do. Just following my heart.
Yeah, well, I've got my share of problems too.
Like what?
Like wanting to be like you.
Well, there is one advantage to being me. Something you can never imitate.
Really? What's that?
Having you for a friend.
Then I guess I'm okay the way I am. I've got something you could never imitate too.
Sora? I think it's for you.
Thinking of you wherever you are. We pray for our sorrows to end, and hope that our hearts will blend.
Now I will step forward to realize this wish. And who knows? Starting a new journey may not be so hard. Or maybe it's already begun. There are many worlds, but they share the same sky. One sky. One destiny.
Light.
The door to light.
We'll go together. Yeah.